What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome to another video and welcome to another episode of Rob's Photo Gossip. That's right, that's what we're going to do today. We have got some stuff, we've got some rumours, we're going to be talking about the Canon R3, we're going to be talking about the Canon R7, and actually we're also going to be talking about the Canon R8 and R9. Cameras which I hadn't even heard about until just recently, but they do sound quite interesting, so we're going to talk about those today. Before we get into this guys, if you are excited about the potential Canon R3 could be the best sports camera that we've ever seen. If you enjoy the video, if you enjoy these little kind of gossip, photo gossip, rumours videos that I've tried to do a couple of, do me a favour, hit the like button because it helps me out loads on my channel. It helps my videos to be more successful, helps the channel to grow. That's why I ask you to do it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you doing it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Right, let's get into this. So, first of all, the Canon R3. Now, the Canon R3 was rumoured to be officially announced on June the 29th. That rumour came from Canon Rumours. Seriously recommend you go check out their website if you haven't already. They do some great work over there. Really enjoy it. I'm on that page all the time. I follow them on Twitter. Go check out Canon Rumours if you haven't already. Now, they rumoured that the Canon R3 was going to be officially announced by Canon on the 29th of June. Unfortunately, that turned out to be wrong, and it wasn't, because as of today it is the 2nd of July and we haven't heard that announcement. But hey, that doesn't matter because we do think it is coming very soon. It's definitely out there. We know it's out and about. There's a picture of a guy called Dickie Pelham. If you guys don't know Dickie, sports photographers, good chance you will. If not, you should definitely go check him out on Twitter. He is one of the leading sports photographers here in the UK. And here's a picture that he posted on Twitter of him holding that Canon R3. Doesn't really make clear if he's actually been using it at the Euros or if he maybe had his hands on to like have a play with it. But he's got it. It's right there in his hand. So that suggests it is very close. There's also a video over on Jordan Lang's channel. If you don't follow that, make sure you do. He posted a video where he wasn't able to get his hands on the camera, but he was able to really have a close look at it, and he's talked a lot about the specs and stuff over there. So go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. Now, what those sources tell us, along with a couple of official press releases that Canon have done, gives us a fairly good idea of the specs that we will be looking at. I did a previous video where I talked a bit about the build and some of the other photos of the Canon R3 that we'd seen. Check out that video right here if you haven't already. Alongside that though, we've got a bit more information now around some of the specs. We know the camera is going to be capable of 30 frames per second. We know it's going to have the eye-controlled autofocus, which sounds really interesting. I know a lot of people are saying that's not new technology. There's a Canon camera years ago which did it, but look, let's be honest, I imagine this is going to be next level eye-controlled autofocus. I suspect it will be really good. Those of you familiar with the Canon R5, R6 will know that it has the automatic autofocus tracking of faces and also animals as well. Well, the R3 is going to include the same type of autofocus features, but including motor cars, motorbikes. For motorsports, that's going to be a really good feature. Really excited to see how that one works. We know it's going to have the same weather sealing as the 1D series does have. We know it's going to have dual card slots. We believe that's probably going to be SD card and then CF Express. We know it's going to shoot 4K. We haven't had confirmed confirmed specs as to whether or not it's going to shoot 8K. That one remains to be seen. And the big thing that we haven't had confirmed is the sensor. We do know it's going to have Canon's new back illuminated stacked sensor. Most of the rumours suggest that's probably going to be a 30.1 megapixel sensor, but actually that piece isn't 100% confirmed by Canon just yet. Canon are still quite firmly taking the line that the 1DX3 will still be the flagship camera, whereas the R3 will sit in just behind that. So that again kind of is lined up because there will be the R1 in the future, but we don't believe at this stage that we're going to be seeing that Canon R1 until early 2022. I do think though, once that R3 lands with people and people get hands on that, I would be surprised if users of the R3 and then users of the 1DX3 still consider the 1DX3 to be the flagship above that R3. I'll be surprised if that's the case, but look, I haven't seen one, I haven't had my hands on one yet, so let's wait and see. Let's not get too carried away. So look, moving on from the R3, the other cameras that we are rumoured to be seeing really soon, and the ones which actually for me are really exciting, and one in particular, I made a previous video on it, and that is that we now believe Canon are actually going to be releasing 3 APS-C sensor cameras. That means the crop sensor cameras, and those are rumoured to be the Canon R7, R8 and R9. The R7 is the camera which is going to be the higher level one, primarily designed with sports, action, wildlife in mind. The R8 is rumoured to be more of a kind of vlogger, sort of, creative YouTubers type camera. So I imagine that one will lean slightly more towards a combination of video and photo together. Then the R9 is rumoured to be kind of the entry-level version of those cameras in the mirrorless range for Canon. Now, all rumours seem to be suggesting that we might see that Canon R7 as soon as late 2021, maybe Q4 of 2021. We might see that camera. Sounds really exciting to me. I really do think if it holds up well performance-wise, has some half-decent low-light capabilities, I think if you got hold of an R7, paired that up with an R6, you could have a really good, affordable, I say affordable, being aware that it's still a lot of money, but affordable compared to something like buying 2 R3s, which could get you some fantastic sports and wildlife performance. Especially with that crop sensor, you could pair up an R7 with something like a 300mm, R6 on a 70-200, you would have a fantastic camera setup, more than capable of shooting professional grade sports photos. Sounds really exciting to me. Now, some of the rumours that we've got coming for that R7 are that it's going to have the same autofocus system as the R6 R5, which we know is more than capable, fantastic autofocus system for sports. The sensor, lots of rumours still around the sensor, but the more I read, the more I research, we tend to now be leaning towards a 32.5 megapixel sensor, which actually would be pretty decent on a crop sensor, and I think that could work fairly well. Rumours seem to suggest it's going to have the same in-body stabilisation as the R5, R6 series. Again, really good. Going to have the 4K video, 1080p up to 120 frames per second. Lots of other rumours as well. As I said, these aren't confirmed, just rumours, but I imagine they're probably quite likely to be in the right kind of ballpark for that camera. There's a lot less information available right now about the R8, R9, other than to say that the R8 seems to be more geared towards vloggers and the R9 will be the entry-level camera in the mirrorless range. But all in all, boy, these sound like some exciting cameras. I do hope to be able to get hold of them, make some videos on them in the future. We'll have to see how that goes though. Maybe Canon might find my little channel and they might say, hey Rob, try out this R3 and make a video. Maybe that will happen. Maybe it won't happen, but we'll see how we go. One way or another, I'm going to try and get hold of one. And I think even more exciting for me, and probably for a lot of my viewers, I want to try and get hold of an R7 so we can make some videos on that too. In the meantime, you guys can help me get closer to the dream of Canon sending me those cameras to review on the channel by hitting the like button, making sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because that will help my channel to grow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got a live Q&A video coming up fairly soon. Make sure you go follow me over on Instagram. If you follow my @RobSamblesSport Instagram page and follow me on Twitter as well, @RobSamblesPhoto, that's when I will announce when that live Q&A is going to be, so you can follow it, be ready to go, make sure you join in. The actual Q&A itself will be on YouTube, and I hope to get a load of you guys involved in that. Right, if you stuck around this long in the video, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of gossip, and I will see you guys on the next video.